welcome back. I thought I'd do a quick video about this. I've done a short already, but I thought I'd do a slightly longer one showing what's included in this limited edition The Last Waltz. It's a Blu-ray set. It's brought to us by Eureka. It's part of their Masters of Cinema series. It is limited edition. I think there was 3,000 of them made. This one's still got the J card slip attached to it, which is quite nice. It's in pretty good condition. It's been out a few years now. I can't remember the exact year this came out. It's a few years ago. There's obviously been a few iterations of this movie by Scorsese, which is sort of part movie, part documentary, I would say, somewhere in between, charting the kind of the last days of the band and their sort of farewell tour. And as you can see on the back here, it's a special Blu-ray edition. There's various stuff in here, including what I think is the best bit. It's the 100-page perfect bound collector's book. We'll have a look at that. It's got lots about the film in there, including photos. What else can I say about it? Obviously, it's got a lot of famous people in here, musicians and singers and so on. Artists, there's a list of artists here. Obviously features the band members, and I believe that I think Robbie Robertson is the only surviving member of the original band lineup. The rest have sadly died. But yeah, you can see there's Bob Dylan, Eric Clapton, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, Van Morrison, Neil Diamond. The list goes on. There's all these famous people who appear in this. Now, it wasn't shot on one particular night or occasion. It's over a series of shows, and these other guests, artists came and joined in. And what's really nice about the film is you just see them popping up and you go, oh my gosh, it's like Van Morrison next. And each sing generally like only one song each. I think Dylan does a couple, maybe even three. Can't remember. I should remember because I've seen this loads of times. It's a cracking film. It's, if you're into music, this is a great one. But also, it's just a really nice documentary, well made by Scorsese. It's very interesting. Got lots of nuggets, lots of just very sort of fascinating and often amusing stories told by the members of the band, particularly Robbie Robertson. He's got plenty to say on here. So let's have a look inside. Anyway, I've waffled a bit about that. I'm going to just sort of slide these two out. So you get, I'll start with the Blu-ray, just a standard plastic case Blu-ray there. Nothing particularly outstanding about that. You've got the disc. It's a U. Yeah, it's just a fairly regular disc there. And there's some more information on this sleeve in the inside, which pretty much mimics what's on the back of the box, I believe. Let's just slide this thing out and have a little look. It's a nice cover, isn't it? I like that image there of them all on stage. So it was 1978 this was filmed originally. 117 minutes long. It is in colour. This edition has got one Blu-ray, region B. Can't remember whether this got remastered in or sort of into a ultra high definition, or it came out in 4K. It may have done. I seem to remember seeing that. I might be completely making that up. I don't remember if I saw a physical disc version of that. I think that's just streamed again. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what happened. Right, let's have a look at the booklet lastly. It's really nice design. It's quite thin and quite small, but very smooth. Nice quality. Love that heart in a guitar. Beating heart. Ripping out of the instrument. On the back it says, this film should be played loud. That was kind of the mantra, wasn't it, for the movie? I'm pretty sure it says that in the opening credits, if I remember rightly. So let's have a look. I'm going to put it down and let's have a little look what's in the book. Have a look in the book. It rhymes. Look at that. Amazing. I wonder where that was. Quite an impressive auditorium. Okay, look at this. It's got some film credits over here. It tells you who was in the band. I think I've already sort of covered that. So there's Rick Danko on bass. I say on bass, they're all multi-instrumentalists, this lot, weren't they? So you could play like mandolin and all sorts. Levon Helm, generally a drummer, other things too. Garth Hudson, who was kind of like keyboards. Richard Manuel is that? He was on piano. Robbie Robertson, who did kind of a bit of singing and a bit of guitar. Quite a lot of guitar, to be fair. And then these are the performers. I'm not sure, it's not in that order of appearance. Might even be backwards, but it's definitely not, doesn't start with Bob Dylan. I think we end with Bob Dylan. But there we can see those again. There's a couple of poems as well. And it does feature, well, the voice of Martin Scorsese conducting the interviews with various people. Okay, and then we've got the contents. So there's something written by Robbie Robertson in as recently as 2002, like an intro. That's a cool photo, isn't it? We've got Van the Man there giving it everything on the left. I think he sings Caravan on this this film. Rick Danko's plodding away on the bass in the background. Robbie Robertson's doing his thing, plucking away. So yeah, here we go. Robbie Robertson's written this. I won't read it all out, but there is an intro there. Emmylou Harris here. That's a good shot as well. This was dedicated to the art and memory of Rick Danko and Richard Manuel. So I believe this was, yeah, since this was published, they did lose the other two members. So Garth Hudson, if I got that right, yeah, and Levon Helm. Alright, who's this? That Muddy Waters. Oh, it's a bit of a shame that's printed like over the middle. Can't quite see that, but yeah, if you watch the film, you get to see that happening. It's an awesome performance. Ringo Starr pops up. There's Van again, a very young Van. Joni Mitchell. There's Neil Young. Slightly strange performance from him on this. I think he later admitted that he was really starstruck, and it does come across, he seems to be just sort of glaring at the other people on stage thinking, I can't believe I'm here with these guys. Eric Clapton comes on and does one. That's Richard Manuel as well. Some backing singers, whose names I don't know, I'm afraid, but I probably ought to. Garth Hudson again. Yeah, it's nice. It's got some nice photos, nicely produced. The one that goes up to 11. Is this an original poster? Look at that lineup, it's cracking. And there's a poster as well. It started as a concert, it became a celebration. There's lots of posters. It says, the finest of all rock movies. Well, I might be inclined to agree with that. Production notes. Who's on here? That's Scorsese there. Oops. Neil Diamond. Oh, this is a really nice photo as well. Look, and this is what I mean about them being multi-instrumentalists. So, we've got Levon Helm strapped on a mandolin, I think, there. Garth Hudson's decided he's going to play, what, accordion? Why not? Is that Richard having on drums? And in the actual film, you do actually see them, yeah, swapping instruments, showing off a bit, but they're all gifted. So I can't stay mad at them for long. The director, Robbie Robertson, I think. Yeah, some really nice photography. What's this? Oh, this is like setting up all the camera positions and whatnot for Joni. That's interesting. I'd never actually seen any of this before. So this is, I think, these are either the cameras or the lights. I think the cameras here and here, and there and there. There's one back there. So it looks like they're working with 5 cameras. It says here, Rick, Joni, and Robbie. So this is specifically for the Joni Mitchell section. Oh, and there's a bit about Eric Clapton there. Oh, wow. More. Oh, that's interesting. It'd be actually quite good to look at this whilst you're watching those particular, watching the set list and seeing if these cameras correspond to what was actually edited together. I bet it does. Oh, a bit of a storyboard as well. Look at that. Graham, another great photo. We've got a lot. Is this towards the end? We've got a bit of a roll call going on here. Dylan's on stage at last. Yeah. Some artwork now. Boris Levin, not sure who he is, but he's obviously done some paintings of the whole thing. That's pretty good, isn't it, that one? Quite a few of them paintings. Some memories. Yeah, some really nice photography in here. Some shots I've never seen before. So it's shot in that aspect ratio for widescreen. Credits. Excellent. We're at the end there. So that is a lovely book. A nice little collector's a gem, I think. So there we have it. The Last Waltz. You can still buy these second-hand, even though they were limited edition. They seem to, you can pick them up used and stuff like I did. It's a great film. It's a nice little thing to have in your collection.